Morning students, welcome back. Before I continue with frames, I did mention in a previous lesson on the truss, which was on page 6 of the Principle of Moments document. I want to just talk a little bit about types of supports. In this course and in TOS, we will meet three supports. The first one there, call it types of the first one there is a roller joint. Roller joint. And we show it like this. In a sketch, it looks something like so. And the hinges over there, and there's a portion of the frame. Okay, I'm not concerned with the frame at the moment. So there's a roller joint. Now if you look at that there, you'll see there that because this frame or the structure here is free to move horizontally, this will have one possible reaction. Okay, so if it's free to move in the horizontal direction, so there'll be one vertical reaction. Okay, and if that roller joint happens to be sitting turned to 90 degrees, that means something like this. That means this joint here, or the structure, is free to move this way. That means there will be a possible reaction horizontally. Okay, so I'm going to call it horizontal. Okay, so if we have a roller joint, we have one possible reaction. Right, I'm going to the next one, number 2. Sorry about that. We have a pin joint. Pin joint. And we show a pin joint like this. The hinges over there. So this truss is sitting either there or something like that. We're not concerned with that. I'm concerned with the joint. Okay, now notice there, as in here, this frame is free to rotate about that point there. So there's a hinge there. Okay, the frame is free to move horizontally, but it can't move vertically. So there's one possible reaction. If it's sitting this way, it's vertical. If it's sitting this way, it's horizontal. Right, pin joint. Notice there, the hinge is there. So this truss is free to rotate about there because there's a hinge there. But there's restraint. The word is restraint. Restraint just means it can't move. It's been held there. Okay, restraint, held in a position. Okay, restrained, that means held in a position. So this pin joint is restrained horizontally and vertically. So that means we're going to have two possible reactions. One like this. Sorry about that. Just change the color so it makes better sense to you. So there'll be a vertical reaction. It'll be up or down. Can be either up or down, okay, but it's in the vertical plane. And we're going to have a horizontal reaction, okay, and it could be either left or right, okay. So for a pinch joint, we have two possible reactions. Okay, pinch joint restrained in the vertical and horizontal, and because it's held there, that means it can have a reaction vertically and horizontally. It could be up or down, it could be left or right. Okay, right, then the last one, which we'll encounter sort of later on in the course. Trying to squeeze all on one page for you and make this file as small as possible. Is fixed or built in. Built in. And we show it like this, so that could be a wall or something like so. And let's say we have a beam coming out like so, we show it as a single line. And notice there, this beam here is built in. It means it's being held or restrained over there. And because it can't turn, it can't go left, it can't go right, it will have three possible reactions. So it will have a vertical reaction, it will have a horizontal reaction, and it will have a moment reaction. Okay, that means if I push on it downwards, there'll be an upward reaction. If I push on it upwards, there'll be down. If I pull on it to the left, H will go right. If I push on it this way, H will go toward it. Okay. If I want to turn it downwards, there'll be a moment the opposite way. If I want to turn it upwards or turn it downwards, there'll be a moment turning in the opposite direction. So for a pinch joint, or for a fixed joint, we have three possible reactions. Three possible reactions. Now why do I say the word possible? Possible just means, let's take this one here. If we have a structure here that's fixed with a pinch joint, if there are no horizontal forces acting, there won't be any horizontal reactions. I'll say that again. If there are no horizontal forces acting, there will be no horizontal reactions. Take the fixed joint. If there's no horizontal forces acting, there will be no horizontal reactions. If there's no moments wanting to turn about this point, there will be no moment reactions. That's why the word is possible. Okay. Roller joint, one possible reaction. Pinch joint, two possible reactions in the vertical and horizontal. Roller joint, if it's situated like this, will be vertical. If the roller joint is sitting like that, it's horizontal. And if it's fixed or built in, it will have three possible reactions. Okay, so that's the lesson done on roller joints. See you in the next lesson.